On an otherwise lazy Sunday afternoon in Kuala Lumpur last September, a small international group of business people gathered for an informal talk. Someone asked Peter F. Drucker, business philosopher, economist, historian, journalist, novelist, consultant, professor, art expert, what it was he liked doing best. For Drucker, the answer was incredibly simple, as many answers are to him. He cocked his head at the large picture window beside him, scanned the KL skyline for a second, and said, I love looking out windows. For 6 decades, Drucker has gazed out countless windows and has seen events, their relationships and their consequences as clearly as any writer or commentator. He foresaw Hitler's rise to power. He predicted the collapse of communism. He anticipated the emergence of a knowledge society. But for all his success at predicting the future, it isn't what interests him. It is not given for humans to foresee the future, he says. The present is sufficiently demanding, and since he wrote The End of Economic Man in 1939, the first of his 27 books, Drucker has continually made it clear what the present demanded: good management, for it is when he has trained his mind's eye on the subject of management that his vision has created the greatest impact. In a field populated with imaginative thinkers, Drucker is universally regarded as the most original. Tom Peters said he thought at least part of what he and Robert Waterman wrote in Search of Excellence to be new until he read Drucker's The Practice of Management. Peters wrote, To my amazement, I found everything we had written in some corner or other in the practice of management. Drucker's impact was summarized for everyone by management professor James O'Toole in a New Management magazine article. The major organizational ideas of today's leading managers, business scholars, consultants, and journalists were almost all originally created in the crucible of Peter Drucker's productive mind. And yet, in the very field where he is regarded as the top dog, Drucker was also always an outsider. Up to this day, his reputation among scholars of management is surprisingly low. Business schools rarely include his work in their programs. He was also always the maverick. Many of his ideas, now commonplace, were actually radical.